Welcome to the Science to Sleep channel. You are safe here. Let your jaw unclench and your shoulders sink a little deeper. Notice the subtle weight of the blanket, the gentle hush between your breaths, the way the room grows softer at the edges when you exhale. You do not have to hold anything up right now. Tonight, we will walk a quiet path through the story of life. Not as a noisy lecture, but as a slow, lantern-lit stroll. We will linger where the light catches on small details. The curve of a bone that remembers an ocean, a feather that remembers warmth before flight, a nerve that still takes the long road because it once wrapped a short bend in a fish. In this stillness, the grand timeline of evolution shrinks to something you can hold, a single thread, a pulse, a calm, continuous unfolding. Imagine the first breath you ever took. Before that moment, your body rehearsed a different script. Gills that never opened, a tiny tail that quietly receded, a shape that echoed distant ancestors you will never meet. Even now, your cells hum with instructions older than mountains. The language is chemistry. The grammar is time. When you inhale, you borrow molecules that once brushed the fins of ancient fish and the leaves of ancient ferns. When you exhale, you return them to the world, and the exchange continues like tides. Life has always been a trading of gifts. Light into sugars, sugars into muscles, breath into warmth, warmth into movement. Nothing is wasted. Everything is revised. If you listen closely, you can hear the edits. The soft thrum of a heart that beats using proteins first refined in creatures without bones. The scaffolding of your hand, a repurposed fin that learned to greet, to hold, to make. In the deep blue hush of prehistory, an ancestor pressed its weight against the floor of a shallow river and discovered that water is a ladder when you have the right rungs. Joint by joint, the ladder became a wrist. The wrist found the earth offered gravity and friction, and from these, steps were born. Not a leap, but a series of tiny permissions granted by the world. You may rest here, you may push here, you may rise. There is comfort in the way evolution prefers to edit instead of erase. Old tools are wrapped in new purposes, like familiar blankets around a growing child. The bones of a jaw become a chain of listening inside the ear. The arc of a rib widens, fusing into a shield that becomes a turtle's home. Feathers arrive not as wings, but as warmth, as color, as a quiet signal to a watching eye. And only later do they learn to catch the air. This is how life moves forward without losing itself. Instead of starting over, it hums the same melody in a new key. Softer here, bolder there, returning to favorite phrases and letting them drift into something fresh. Some memories refuse to leave the body. There is a nerve in your neck that takes a long looping path into the chest before it finds its way back to your voice. It is an elegant mistake with a patient history. Once, when a neck was hardly a neck at all, that path was short and tidy. As the body stretched and rearranged, the wire did not. Evolution is not an engineer rebuilding a circuit board at a desk. It is a traveler patching a road without closing it to traffic. Detours remain. Extra miles become tradition. Even in a giraffe, the same nerve traces a long curve, a quiet testament to the fact that progress is not always straight. If you feel a gentle prickle on your skin as the room cools, that too is a message from the past. Tiny muscles lift tiny hairs that no longer form the insulating coat they once did. The reflex is harmless and a little tender, like a lullaby sung in a language you do not speak, but somehow recognize. So many of your reflexes are this way. Old choreography with new costumes. You do not need to chase away these echoes. They are proof that you belong to a story bigger than a day, bigger than a century, and yet intimate enough to rock you to sleep. In the dark, where sight is useless, other senses bloom. Bats shape the air into maps, dolphins paint the ocean with sound, and moths learn to whisper a buzzing static that confuses the sharp ears that hunt them. When a predator refines its craft, prey refines theirs. The forest is an ongoing negotiation held in breath and frequency. The ocean is a library of pressures and pulses. None of this is personal. All of it is alive. And as each side learns, the other learns too. A duet of survival that never quite ends and never quite repeats the same verse. Even at rest, even at night, the world is practicing. Sometimes the practice yields something quietly miraculous. A salamander that can grow a limb anew after danger has passed. A sea slug that borrows the green machines of algae and, for a while, eats sunlight as if it were a plant. An octopus that edits the messages it sends from gene to protein, adjusting its body like a musician retuning a string while the music plays. These are not exceptions that break the rules. They are the rules written in a different hand. Life allows many scripts to be true at once, as long as they can be rehearsed in the real theater of earth, water, and time. Consider the companions who live within you. Not metaphorical, actual neighbors. Microbes in the soft, winding hallways of your gut. Quiet gardeners on your skin. Guests who have stayed so long they have become part of the household. They digest for you, teach your immune system manners, whisper to your chemistry when you are stressed, and accept your food and your warmth as rent. They arrived by birth, by touch, by meals, by 1,000 shared surfaces. Together, you form a community. And the community, like any ecosystem, evolves. When you change how you live, the citizens shift. When the citizens shift, you feel it. In appetite, in mood, in the way sleep comes more easily on some nights than others. To be human is to be plural. It is also to be a relative. In the language of bones and genes, you are cousin to birds that learn to fly, to whales that return to water, to small mammals that chose the night and polished their senses until the dark became familiar. If you hold your hand to a lamp, you can see the shadows of long-gone oceans in the branching of your vessels. If you trace the curve of your ear, you can find the memory of a jaw that chewed a different diet in a different climate. If you notice the soft hinge of your wrist, you can feel a river shrine to the first tentative steps on mud. None of these require belief. They require only tenderness and attention. There is a myth that evolution is a climb toward perfection, but the world is not a ladder. It is a garden. Seeds do not compete to become the tallest single plant. They fill niches, share light, trade with fungi underground, and adjust to the slope of a hillside or the brief generosity of a rainy season. Some lineages change quickly, the way wildflowers erupt after a fire. Others keep their shape through ages, not because they are stubborn, but because their shape works. A crocodile that looks the same at a glance has a heart tuned for long, quiet dives. A fern that matches a fossil in outline has a resilience hidden in its spores. Stability can be as skillful as innovation. If you step into the ocean in your mind and sink below the first bright layer, you will find patience there. Jellyfish drifting with a stinging wisdom as old as animals themselves. Fish that glitter with tiny lights where sun cannot reach. Their glow borrowed from bacteria that have made a home within them. In the cold, certain fish keep crystals of ice from growing in their blood, with delicate proteins like snow poems written in the language of survival. In the deep silt, a lungfish curls inside a mud cradle and waits for rain with a metabolism slowed to a calm you can almost hear. In every layer, bodies are tuned to a place and a pace. On land, the tuning is different, but the music is the same. Trees lift water with invisible threads and trade sugar for minerals with hidden partners. Birds see patterns in ultraviolet, where we see only plain feathers. Koalas grip bark with fingerprints so human that even a magnifying glass must look twice. Elephants replace their grinding plates of teeth in a slow forward procession, the way seasons replace each other, until the last pair wears thin and the body returns to quiet. Evolution is not only about form, wing or hoof, beak or hand. It is also about time measured inside a life. How quickly energy is spent, how slowly a meal becomes you. Your own life has its inner climates. When you were very new, your body trialed structures it would not keep. A tail that rehearsed balance your spine would later provide. Muscles around the ear that once could swivel to catch a rustle in the grass, but now only twitch in a few of us. Like a joke the body still enjoys telling. The small residual instructions for teeth your species no longer wears. None of these are flaws. They are footnotes. They are gentle reminders that you did not arrive from nowhere. You arrived through a doorway that stays open behind you. There are other notes written in the margins of your genome, fragments of ancient viruses tucked like pressed leaves in a family book. They are not all alive. Most are silent witnesses to waves of illness that washed over the bodies of your ancestors and left sediment in their cells. But a few still participate, not as attackers, but as collaborators, changing how nearby pages are read. To know this is not to fear. It is to feel how porous life has always been. Boundaries blur, information crosses. The world learns, even in the smallest ways, to reuse what exists. If you could watch civilization from a high, quiet place, you would see that humans have not stepped outside evolution. We have simply added new pressures. Diets changed and jaws grew smaller. Some teeth lost their place. Herds were milked and certain bodies kept the enzymes to drink. People climbed to high valleys and learned to carry oxygen more efficiently in their blood. Each change is modest on its own. And yet together, they sketch a map of adaptation that reaches right into today. Into this room. Into this gentle moment where your breath steadies and your heart settles into a pace that suits rest. Let the idea of perfection drift away like fog. Hold instead the idea of sufficiency. Evolution favors what is enough, not what is ideal. A panda does not grow a new finger. It lengthens a wrist bone into a helpful hook. A flatfish does not design a new head. It simply allows an eye to travel, very slowly, to a better vantage. A penguin does not ask for two talents. It trades one for another, flight above the water for astonishing flight within it, and lives expertly where it belongs. You too are allowed to be sufficient, to be exactly what is needed for this moment, a body that can rest. As the room grows quieter, picture the tree of life not as a diagram, but as a living thing. Trunks, branches, twigs, moss, the whisper of wind through a canopy. Some branches end in leaves that gleam, some bear fruit, some break and sprout again. The branch that carries you is not better or worse than the others. It is simply yours. It has a texture worn smooth by the hands that came before you. It holds. You belong there. Now imagine moving a fingertip through time the way you move it across a page in the dark. Here the skin of a feather presses against your touch, soft and warm, long before the air catches it. Here the smooth edge of a shell meets bone and fuses so thoroughly that the house and the resident become one. Here a hinge learns to open a little wider, and a jaw learns to listen, and a nerve traces an old riverbed through a new valley. Each detail is small. Together, they are everything. If a thought rises like a wave, let it crest and fall. If a memory flickers, thank it and let it dim. The story of life is not a test and not a task. It is a lullaby with many verses, and you are allowed to rest between them. You have followed the thread through oceans and forests, through caves and canopies, through bones and microbes, and the soft architecture of your own breath. You can set the thread down now. It will be here when you return. Feel the mattress cradling the long line of your spine. Feel the weight of your hands, the easy warmth in your chest, the roomy quiet behind your eyes. Somewhere, a whale is gliding, carrying the small bones of a pelvis that once held legs above the water. Somewhere, a robin is tucked under a wing, a tiny dinosaur in a nest of air. Somewhere, a fern is uncurling a frond exactly as it did when thunder spoke a different language. All of them are part of the same patient chorus. You are part of it too. Let your breath move like a tide, in and out. Let the muscles of your face soften and the corners of your mouth settle into their natural gentleness. Sleep does not need to be invited with effort. It arrives when room is made. You have made room. The world can go on evolving without you for a little while. It has practice. As you drift, hold one last thought as lightly as a feather you do not wish to bend. Nothing in you is wasted. Every echo has a place. Every leftover pathway is a story. Every breath is a continuation. Tonight, in rest, you join the oldest tradition life knows. Quiet healing, quiet revision, quiet renewal. The lantern can dim now. The path remains. Good night. Take another slow breath. Let it ease through you like water through sand. As you rest, imagine yourself adrift in deep time. An ocean of centuries spreading outward in every direction. In that vastness, the story of life continues to unfold, soft and unhurried. Somewhere, continents are still shifting beneath the waves, and single cells are whispering their chemical poetry in quiet, unseen worlds. Each one carries the spark of survival, repeating a pattern that began billions of years ago. Evolution never sleeps. Even in stillness, molecules remember how to rearrange themselves, how to try something new, how to listen to the gentle pull of chance. Now picture a coastline long before any footsteps marked it. The air is thick with volcanic breath, the seas warm with minerals. Tiny organisms float in those waters, invisible to the eye but immense in consequence. Some capture sunlight, others feast on shadows. Over time, they begin to cooperate, forming alliances that no one planned. Cells joining cells, sharing energy, trading protection for movement. The first mitochondria hum quietly inside another cell, an ancient truce that still lives in you. Every heartbeat tonight, every breath you take, is powered by that partnership forged in a microscopic sea. When you close your eyes, you might see it. The shimmer of early life spreading like frost on glass. Shapes without names, yet already practicing balance and rhythm. They divide, merge, and bloom into forms that begin to test direction, upward, outward, toward the light. Life learns to crawl, to cling, to reach. It paints its experiments on stone and sand until green veils cover the ocean shallows. Oxygen rises as a byproduct of these quiet artists, and the air becomes breathable. Without sound or plan, the world remakes itself, and the sea exhales the future. From that ocean, creatures begin their hesitant journey onto land. Each one carries the memory of water in its blood, salt in its tears, and tides in its pulse. Imagine a fish resting in the shallows, feeling the weight of the world above the surface. It pushes against mud, its fins trembling under gravity's unfamiliar pull. Those fins will one day become wrists, elbows, hands. The rhythm of swimming will translate into the rhythm of walking. Each step you take on the earth is a continuation of that ancient motion, a dance that began underwater. In the swamps and fern forests of the Carboniferous age, the air hums with new life. Giant dragonflies glide on wings stretched wide, amphibians croon from the edges of ponds, and forests grow so thick that the sky filters through in shades of emerald light. The planet's breath deepens. Carbon becomes coal, and the earth stores the memory of green in its heart. Millions of years later, that memory will return as warmth and fire, as energy that lights the night. Every spark you see, every flame that flickers, is a whisper from those ancient trees. Now the age of reptiles dawns. The world is warm, continents gather and break apart, and the first dinosaurs rise from the shadowed undergrowth. Some tower over valleys, others glide between trees on leathery wings. Yet even in this age of giants, evolution works delicately, hollowing bones, reshaping scales, brightening pigments. Somewhere, small creatures scurry beneath their feet, their fur soft and warm, their hearts quick with mammalian heat. They are fragile, but they endure. From their quiet persistence, the story of mammals begins. Small bodies hiding in roots and leaves, dreaming of open skies. The night belongs to them. While predators hunt in daylight, these little survivors learn the language of the dark. Their senses sharpen, hearing stretches further, smell becomes a map. Touch learns to read the air. Evolution teaches patience. It rewards those who can wait, who can sleep through catastrophe and wake when the world is ready again. In that long night, the seeds of intelligence stir, not brilliance or complexity, but curiosity, the urge to notice. Every glance and twitch and tilt of an ear is a step toward awareness. Then, one morning, the skies turn strange. A single rock from the heavens draws a burning line through the atmosphere, and everything changes. The age of dinosaurs ends not with anger, but with dust. Yet from that dust, new worlds will bloom. Mammals rise, experiment with shape and size, climb trees, swim rivers, and eventually stand upright under a patient sun. The earth itself has shifted its rhythm, but evolution keeps its quiet pace, never rushing, never stopping, only changing. And so the lineage that will become you begins to take form. In the forests of Africa, a primate balances on two legs and gazes across the plains. The posture seems simple, yet it changes everything. Hands are freed, eyes lift to the horizon, and the world opens in all directions. Firelight appears, tools are shaped, and stories are born around the flames. Language, the ultimate mutation of breath and thought, evolves to carry ideas beyond the limits of time. Words become fossils of the mind, passed from mouth to mouth, from dream to dream. The story of evolution has always been one of inheritance, not only of genes, but of gestures, instincts, and memories that echo in the body. When you hum softly before sleep, you are imitating the ocean's pulse that once surrounded every ancestor. When you stretch after waking, your muscles repeat the first experiments of motion on land. Even the act of closing your eyes carries the rhythm of day and night, learned by creatures who followed the sun long before consciousness bloomed. You are not apart from that lineage. You are its latest verse, spoken softly into the dark. Evolution is not only a story of competition, it is also one of collaboration, of shared existence. Coral reefs build empires of calcium from the work of tiny builders. Lichens weave fungi and algae into living stone. Forests exchange whispers through networks of roots and fungi, passing warnings and nourishment unseen. Beneath your feet, beneath every forest and desert and city street, The planet hums with this ancient communication. Not speech, but response. Everything listens. Everything answers. So when you feel small under the stars, remember that smallness is not separation. It is belonging. The same atoms that form your blood once burned in suns. The same carbon that fills your lungs was once the heart of a leaf. You are not a visitor here. You are the continuation of an unbroken experiment 4 billion years old. Every breath is data. Every heartbeat an adaptation that survived the test of time. And the fact that you are here, breathing in this moment, means that 1 billion ancestors did their part perfectly. Let that thought soften you. Let it dissolve the boundaries between you and the world. Outside, night insects sing the same ancient songs their ancestors hummed to the first mammals. Inside, your heartbeat follows the same tempo as the tides. Every system in your body is an echo of something older. Every pulse, every blink, every sigh, a pattern that life found useful and kept. The miracle is not that evolution created complexity. It is that it created calm, endurance, resilience, the ability to rest and begin again. Now let the rest of the world fade into a quiet hum. Imagine standing at the edge of that great tree of life, not as an observer, but as a leaf, one among countless others, trembling gently in the night breeze. The branch below you stretches back through ages, through forests of bone and coral, through oceans of single cells, until it disappears into the first spark of chemistry that called itself alive. You do not need to understand every detail. It is enough to know that you are held by the same root system, nourished by the same invisible currents of time. Breathe. Feel your body grow heavier, your thoughts slower. The story will continue while you rest. Somewhere, cells are dividing, stars are burning, continents are drifting. And yet, all of it moves with the same quiet rhythm you feel in your pulse. You are part of that rhythm, a note in the long music of existence. Tonight, you can let it play without you for a while. Let evolution, that patient artist, keep painting in the dark. You have earned your place in the story. You can rest. Let yourself sink a little deeper into the mattress. The muscles along your back loosen, your breathing becomes slower, steadier. You are not falling. You are settling. The way dust settles after sunlight leaves a room. Outside the window, perhaps the wind moves gently through the trees, tracing the same invisible patterns that once brushed over forests of ferns in ancient air. The world keeps breathing, and so do you. The story of life has never hurried. It continues now, even as you drift towards sleep. Imagine the planet as it was long ago, raw, volcanic, restless. Lightning strikes the surface of shallow seas, splitting molecules apart, pushing them to form new bonds. Each flash is a word and a sentence the earth is still learning to speak. Out of those sparks and waves, simple life begins. Cells divide, eat, share, merge. The sea becomes a cradle, rocking its tiny passengers through epochs. When you listen to the rush of your own blood in your ears, that's the ocean, still moving inside you. Your veins remember tides. Your heart beats with the same rhythm that waves once whispered against basalt shores. In time, the ocean gives birth to sight. Simple eyes form, tiny cups of pigment that can tell light from dark. Imagine that moment, the first flicker of dawn seen by something that had never seen before. Awareness glimmers like a candle in deep water. From those early eyes will come colors, movement, recognition, the ability to follow the sun, to find warmth, to avoid shadow. You are the descendant of that awakening. When you blink in the glow of the morning or marvel at starlight, You are continuing a conversation between life and light that began hundreds of millions of years ago. Now imagine forests that no longer exist. Green cathedrals of towering plants, humid and endless. Insects hum beneath giant fronds. The air is thick with the scent of growth. Every leaf is an invention, every root a plan. And deep below, fungi thread themselves through soil, forming networks that connect one tree to another, carrying quiet messages of nutrients and warnings. Even then, long before language, life was already speaking. Connection came first, then complexity. The whole planet has always been in dialogue with itself. Then comes a new chapter. Reptiles rise, claws scraping against a rock, scales glinting beneath a foreign sun. Some take to the sea, some to the air. Their bones grow lighter, their lungs stronger. Time sculpts them with patient hands. In the deserts of the Triassic, the first dinosaurs stretched their necks toward leaves, while others sharpened teeth for the hunt. For nearly 200 million years, they rule the land. Their footprints press into mud that will one day turn to stone and tell us that they were here, walking, breathing, thriving. But even among them, change stirs. Feathers appear, first for warmth, then for display, then for flight. Evolution reuses the same materials to write new verses. Close your eyes and picture a tiny creature sleeping in a nest of ferns while giants pass above. It twitches, dreams, and survives. Those small survivors, the ancestors of mammals, will inherit the earth when the great lizards fade. They carry inside them the promise of warmth, of nurture, of care. Fur grows thicker, hearts beat faster. The night, once dangerous, becomes home. From them come wolves and whales, mice and elephants, and eventually us. But even now, inside every mammal, the reptile heart still beats quietly. You can feel it in your own chest, ancient muscle wrapped in modern bone. Humanity's story is only a breath at the end of this long song. We appear late, almost as an afterthought, yet we carry the memory of all who came before. Our hands remember the fins that first pushed against riverbeds. Our eyes remember the light that coaxed pigment into life. Our minds, capable of dreaming galaxies, are built from the same chemistry that once merely wanted to divide and survive. We are not separate from nature. We are its latest experiment in awareness. And even now, evolution hums within us, subtle, invisible, continuous. Somewhere in your body, cells are dividing, repairing, and adapting. Your immune system studies the world like an ancient scholar, learning from each encounter. Your senses sharpen and dull with need, just as they have since the first creatures felt vibration in the dark. You are not static. You are a process. Every moment, something in you is changing, refining, becoming. You are an echo of a billion births and a rehearsal for what comes next. Picture again that tree of life. Stretching not upward but outward, its branches curling and weaving into one another. Some branches end quietly, their stories complete. Others fork and bloom, carrying the whisper of what was. You are a leaf on that tree, but also the soil that feeds it, the rain that nourishes it, the breath that passes between its leaves. The world is not outside you. It's within you, written into your chemistry, your rhythm, your rest. In the quiet of the room, it's easy to forget how deeply you belong to this unfolding. But the evidence is everywhere, in the spiral of your fingerprint that echoes the shape of a galaxy, in the curve of your ribs that mimics the chambered shell of an ancient mollusk, in the pulse of your blood that follows lunar tides. You are evolution made visible. resting for a moment between one heartbeat and the next. Let that awareness loosen your thoughts. You do not need to understand every fossil or equation to feel the beauty of this connection. Life has carried you this far, through storms and sunlight, through ice ages and fire, through the quiet persistence of ancestors who learned again and again how to adapt. You are the current shape of resilience. And just as the fern knows how to unfurl without being told, you know how to rest, how to heal, how to begin again. The night is wide, but it is gentle. Stars burn quietly in their own evolutions, fusing hydrogen into light, while galaxies spin in slow, graceful arcs. Somewhere, new worlds are forming from dust. Somewhere else, old stars are collapsing into silence. Even the universe evolves, expanding, cooling, changing its rhythm over time. And within it all, small, fragile life continues to glow, soft and persistent. You are part of that glow. Take one last slow breath before you drift further. Feel it move through you like the ocean's tide through coral. You are ancient and new all at once, a collection of borrowed atoms, a melody billions of years in the making. Evolution's work continues, even here, even now, in the quiet space between waking and sleep. You can let go. The story will continue without rush, without noise, in the calm rhythm of your breathing. You are home in time itself. Sleep, and let the world keep becoming. Let yourself drift a little further, as if the air itself has grown thicker, carrying you gently downward through layers of time. The edges of the present blur, and the boundaries of your body soften. You are floating now through a quiet river made of memory, not your own, but the planet's. Every ripple carries fragments of the story that shaped you, the weight of stone, the shimmer of fins, the first flicker of consciousness. All around you, life continues its slow conversation with change. It does not rush. It does not end. Beneath that calm surface, the ocean still remembers its first architects. Tiny corals building palaces of limestone, each generation stacking its home upon the last. Their bones become reefs, and those reefs become continents. When you trace your finger along a shell or a piece of marble, you are touching the compressed skeletons of creatures who once drifted under the sun, millions of years before the first human dream. Time is the ocean's patient sculptor, and life is its chisel. Imagine now a quiet lagoon under a green sky, long before language, long before thought. Amphibians pull themselves from the water, blinking in the strange brightness of air. Each step is an experiment, each breath a negotiation with gravity. Their hearts beat faster in the open air, afraid, but curious. Over generations, they learn to crawl, to climb, to rest in sunlight. That courage, that curiosity, still hums inside you. Every time you begin something new, you are echoing that first uncertain movement onto land. Evolution rewards curiosity. It is the engine of every step forward. On that new land, forests rise like slow-motion waves. Their roots knit the soil, holding it steady. Leaves stretch upward, catching light and inventing the very concept of shade. The air fills with oxygen and the scent of living things. Insects learn to fly, their wings transparent and trembling, catching glints of sunlight like fragments of rainbows. They are the messengers of the land, the quiet pollinators of an expanding world. Each flutter is a decision: where to feed, where to rest, where to live. Evolution writes its poetry not in letters, but in wings. Centuries drift past like clouds. Dinosaurs thunder across plains that no longer exist. Some grow vast and heavy, others nimble and bird-like. Feathers appear again, soft at first, then functional, then magnificent. The sky fills with motion, gliders, hunters, dreamers of the wind. The first true flight has begun, and through it all, life keeps revising itself, testing new shapes, discarding what fails, keeping what endures. In that endless revision, beauty emerges, not as a goal, but as a side effect of persistence. From the ruins of one world, another always begins. When fire rains from the sky and darkness cloaks the planet, seeds wait beneath the soil, patient as stars. Mammals emerge from burrows, blinking at the new dawn. Their small hearts beat quickly, but they adapt, thrive, multiply. Over countless ages, some take to the air again, others return to the sea, and one small branch learns to dream. That branch becomes us. But even in our dreaming, we are made of their patience. Think of a whale gliding through deep water, its heart the size of a small car, beating once every few seconds, calm and deliberate. Inside its massive frame lie tiny remnants of bones that once supported legs. It is a creature that remembers walking. Evolution never forgets completely. It repurposes. Those small bones are like signatures in a grand, ongoing manuscript, proof that progress is never about erasure, but about translation. The whale's song, rising through the ocean's blue cathedral, carries the echo of that translation. Land becoming water, silence becoming voice. Far above the sea, in jungles thick with mist, small birds carve the sky into ribbons of motion. Every beat of their wings is a reimagining of the dinosaur's strength, refined into grace. They carry the past in their bones and the future in their flight. Their songs are mathematics in motion, vibrations shaped by air and muscle, honed by countless generations of choice and chance. The feathers that warm their bodies once adorned creatures of terror. Now they shimmer with peace and color. That transformation, predator into melody, is the quiet genius of evolution. Even now, in your own body, old stories linger. The bones in your wrist still follow the pattern of a fish's fin. The shape of your jaw carries the echo of ancient chewing muscles once powerful enough to crush nuts and roots. The arc of your spine remembers the gentle curve of creatures that swam before they stood. You are not a break in the chain. You are the continuation of everything that has ever lived. To exist is to inherit the entire history of life, written into the architecture of your being. And yet, life is not only about inheritance. It is about invention, the ability to imagine what has never been. Somewhere in a rainforest, a frog lays eggs that skip the tadpole stage entirely. In the darkness of a cave, fish lose their eyes, but sharpen their senses of touch and smell. In the freezing ocean, polar bears evolve fur that traps air like downy armor. Nature does not aim for perfection. It aims for survival, for harmony, for balance. And that too is what rest is. A small, nightly evolution of your own, a balancing act between wakefulness and renewal. Close your eyes and listen to the quiet hum around you, perhaps the faint buzz of electricity or the heartbeat in your ears. These too are songs of adaptation. The human brain evolved not to find silence, but to make peace with noise. We have learned to dream beside thunderstorms, to sleep through the creak of forests, to rest even as the world turns. Your body knows what to do. It has rehearsed this for millions of years. Every night, when you close your eyes, you return to the rhythm of deep time. Growth, rest, renewal, again and again. Somewhere in the deep ocean, bioluminescent creatures glow softly in the dark, pulsing like stars beneath the waves. They use light not just to see, but to speak, flashes of color, timed patterns of brightness that say, I am here, I am safe, I am alive. Their light has no fire, no heat, only the cool patience of chemistry. And yet, it is enough to make the abyss shimmer. You are like that too. The warmth that glows inside you tonight is not fire, but life, the same quiet force that made coral build, that taught fins to walk, that gave breath to air. It burns without burning. It endures. So rest now. Let evolution continue its slow work without you needing to move. The cells in your body will keep rebuilding. The stars will keep fusing. The oceans will keep turning salt into rhythm. You are part of it all. The continuity between beginnings and endings, between sleeping and waking. Life does not stop to rest. It rests to continue. And tonight, as you drift into that gentle stillness, you are joining the oldest tradition there is. Breathe in, and you inhale history. Breathe out, and you release time. The earth spins beneath you, steady and unbroken. Somewhere, dawn is already preparing its light. Somewhere else, another creature is closing its eyes, trusting the darkness the same way you are now. You are both part of the same lineage, the same story, the same soft, infinite unfolding. Sleep, child of stars and sea. The world is still writing you. The world is quiet now, but beneath that stillness, everything continues to change. The air outside your window is full of invisible travelers, pollen, spores, microbes, fragments of breath from forests half a world away. Even the moonlight that spills softly across the floor has changed its wavelength slightly in the time it took to reach you. Nothing in the universe holds perfectly still. Not the stars, not the mountains, not you. Life drifts forward on a current so gentle that most of the time, we call it peace. In the dark of your room, imagine time flowing backward for a moment. The furniture dissolves into fibers and dust, the walls into soil and sand, and the earth itself begins to rewind through its many faces. Ice ages come and go, oceans rise and fall, continents drift back together. You move with them, unhurried, deeper into the layers of memory. When you reach the ancient seas, you find trilobites crawling across the seafloor, their armor glinting like tiny shields. Their eyes, made of crystal, were among the first to see the dawn reflected in water. Their lineage ended long ago, but their design, jointed limbs, compound vision, remains alive in insects and crabs, and the twitch of reflexes you still carry. Evolution is a collector. It keeps what works and hides the rest in the folds of DNA. Every so often, it reuses an old idea. A fin becomes a wing, a scale becomes a feather, a tooth becomes a beak. It is less an inventor than an artist who reimagines old tools for new worlds. Consider the octopus. Long ago, its ancestors had shells, but the octopus left that armor behind. It chose flexibility over defense, learning to flow through coral crevices and change color at will. Its skin became its mind's mirror, a canvas of shifting hues and textures. Intelligence, it seems, can bloom wherever life learns to adapt through feeling rather than force. You can almost picture it now. The ocean floor glowing with bioluminescent trails, small sparks weaving through the black like constellations turned upside down. Each light is an organism telling its story without words. I am here. I am ready. I am safe. Even the silence of the deep sea hums with communication. In your own way, you do the same. Every breath is a signal, every heartbeat a pulse that says, still here, still changing, still part of everything. Let your thoughts drift to the surface, to a time when green returned to the land. Grasses unfurled across open plains, and herds of new creatures followed them, grazing, running, leaping. The sound of their hooves was like rain on the earth, steady and unending. Among them walked ancestors of horses, small at first, with multiple toes that splayed across the soft soil. Over generations, those toes narrowed and fused, the legs stretched longer, the stride grew smoother. Evolution sculpted speed from patience, shaping grace from necessity. When a horse gallops, every step is the memory of those ancient forests made motion. Far to the south, penguins learned another kind of flight. They folded their wings not for air, but for water, and turned the ocean into their sky. Their bones grew heavier, their feathers denser, their hearts powerful enough to drive them deep into the cold. They traded the open air for the quiet majesty of the sea. From the surface, it might seem like a loss. Wings no longer able to rise. But under the waves, they move like thoughts through dreams. Smooth, unbothered, precise. Evolution does not mourn what it changes. It simply listens for what is possible. Somewhere else, in the darkness of a cave, fish lost their eyes. Without light to guide them, sight became unnecessary, even burdensome. The eyes closed, sealed, disappeared. But in their place, other senses grew keener. The brush of water, the taste of current, the vibration of a soundless world. What looks like loss is often transformation in disguise. Just as you close your eyes at night to find rest and dream, so too do these creatures find clarity in shadow. The same is true on the surface. Birds sing with voices refined over millions of years, each call shaped by environment and purpose. Some imitate, some warn, some woo, some soothe. Their songs fill the dawn like a living symphony of evolution. Every note is both old and new, ancient instincts translated into present melody. Even your heartbeat, steady and slow now, is keeping time with that same ancient rhythm. If you listen closely, you can sense the world building itself all over again. Coral reefs grow grain by grain. Trees send messages through underground roots, sharing resources with their neighbors. Ice melts at the edges of glaciers, releasing bubbles of air that haven't tasted the atmosphere for centuries. Change is constant, but not cruel. It is the quiet rearrangement of possibility. The earth breathes, and you breathe with it. The two rhythms layered into one. Remember that you are made of borrowed pieces. The calcium in your bones was once the armor of plankton. The iron in your blood came from dying stars. The salt in your tears matches the oceans where your ancestors first learned to swim. You are both ancient and temporary, a brief flare in an endless sequence of becoming. And yet, in that briefness, you hold all the memory of creation. When you close your eyes, you are not vanishing. You are returning to the place where all stories begin, the quiet, warm, dark of time. Now picture the earth turning slowly, continents gliding through shadow. Somewhere, rain is falling on stone older than language. Somewhere else, a volcano exhales, releasing minerals that will one day become part of a living cell. Even in the depths of sleep, evolution continues. In coral, in bacteria, in the pulse of roots seeking water. And inside you, cells repair themselves, atoms rearrange, energy shifts. Sleep is not the absence of motion. It is participation in the deepest rhythm life knows. So, rest. Let the muscles along your neck soften, your jaw unclench, your chest rise and fall with the effortless ease of the tide. You are not separate from the world's unfolding. You are the continuation of every quiet adjustment that ever led to balance. You are the soft edge of a 4 billion year experiment in being alive. Tonight, evolution does not need your effort, only your trust. As you drift toward dreams, imagine yourself shrinking down to the scale of a single cell, floating in warm water under starlight. Around you, the first continents shimmer faintly on the horizon, and the moon is closer, brighter, enormous. You feel the pull of gravity, the whisper of the tide, the hum of chemical life awakening all around. There is no rush, no past, no future. Only the slow, patient pulse of becoming. You are the story of the world learning to rest between moments of change. Breathe again. Let that truth settle deep inside you. Life is never still, yet it is always calm. Change does not mean chaos. It means continuity. The same laws that turn dust into stars and stars into oceans are guiding you now into sleep. The story continues, both out there among galaxies and inside your cells. Drift peacefully, traveler of time and tide. The universe will keep turning, the seas will keep singing. And you, a brief, beautiful echo of it all, can rest, carried on the current of creation. The air is softer now, almost warm, like the breath of a sleeping world. You are drifting within that breath, the shared exhalation of every living thing that has ever existed. It moves through leaves, through oceans, through the hollow spaces of bones, until it reaches you. Every breath you take tonight is a small reunion, a meeting of past and present. Inhale, and you borrow atoms that once circled inside ancient forests. Exhale, and you return them, gentle as a tide leaving the shore. Life, in all its vastness, is nothing more than this endless exchange. Close your eyes and picture yourself standing in a meadow that could exist in any time. The grass sways in the slow rhythm of the planet's heartbeat. Dragonflies sweep through beams of light, their wings flashing with iridescent memories of the first creatures that learned to fly. A soft wind moves through, carrying pollen, the earth's whisper of renewal. You are surrounded by continuity, by the quiet persistence of life finding a way forward. The ground beneath your feet is the same soil where ancient trees once grew and fell, their roots now part of your bones. Evolution, at its core, is tenderness disguised as change. It does not force. It adapts. It listens to what works and gently folds away what no longer serves. In caves deep beneath the sea, fish no longer grow eyes, because darkness has no use for vision. In deserts, cacti turn leaves into spines, conserving water by becoming sculptures of survival. In the sky, bats repurpose hands into wings, stretching the same ancient bones that once helped their ancestors walk. Nothing is wasted. Every form, every motion, is a variation on a theme, the melody of endurance. When you look at your hand, you are seeing the history of that melody. The bones beneath your skin are like old instruments, retuned across the ages. Once they flexed to swim, then they lifted tools. Now, they hold the weight of thought itself. The same pattern of joints and tendons appears in the fin of a whale, the wing of a bird, the paw of a cat. Evolution plays with symmetry and rhythm, rewriting one structure again and again until the music fits the moment. You are the latest verse in that song, not a conclusion, but a pause between refrains. The universe is full of these quiet repetitions. Galaxies spiral the same way hurricanes spin. Rivers carve the same curves as the veins in your wrist. Lightning crawls across the sky the way roots grow through soil. Everything reflects everything else. The pattern of evolution is not limited to living things. It is the way energy learns to organize itself, from starlight to heartbeat. Even sleep itself is part of that pattern. The body restoring, the mind revising, the self quietly reshaping to meet a new day. Somewhere out in the desert, a camel kneels beneath a canopy of stars. Inside its blood, Oval-shaped cells glide smoothly, perfectly designed for scarcity. Nearby, an owl turns its head almost completely around, eyes catching the smallest hint of movement in the dark. In the grass, a mouse listens, heart racing. Each of them, predator, prey, wanderer, carries the result of countless small victories, adaptations that whisper, "I survived." You do not need to roam the dunes or hunt beneath the moon to share that truth. It is written in your pulse, in the miracle of your continuing breath. Far beneath the waves, other lives unfold. A jellyfish drifts upward through darkness, its bell pulsing like a slow heartbeat of light. Each pulse is powered by muscles no larger than grains of rice, yet it moves with the certainty of a planet in orbit. Near the ocean floor, an anglerfish flickers its bioluminescent lure. The glow born from the harmony of two species, fish and bacteria, joined in partnership. Cooperation, not conquest, is what endures. The world evolves not through violence alone, but through union. You might think of yourself as an individual, but in truth, you are a colony of collaboration. Trillions of cells work together, each performing a task without knowing the whole. Your gut microbes digest food, your immune cells patrol, your neurons share tiny sparks that create thought. You are a living community, a small universe governed by trust and cooperation. Evolution's most successful experiments are the ones that learn to share. Even your consciousness is a collective. Sensations, memories, instincts, and dreams intertwining in the theater of your mind. Now let your awareness expand beyond your body again. Picture the night sky above, so wide, so still, yet moving endlessly. The Milky Way is not frozen. It is spinning, slow as breath, each star following the invisible curve of gravity. Some of those stars have their own worlds, with their own oceans, their own possibilities of life, adapting quietly in the dark. Somewhere, perhaps, creatures are dreaming too, unaware that their evolution mirrors ours. The same chemistry, the same longing to endure. The universe is one vast experiment in becoming conscious. You are part of its awakening. There is a kind of comfort in that thought. The knowledge that you are made of the same materials as the stars, governed by the same physical laws that bind galaxies. Your heartbeat, small as it feels, echoes in the same language as the pulse of quasars. Even rest is cosmic, a temporary cooling, a pause in motion, a gathering of strength. Tonight, as you rest, you are participating in the same cycle that has shaped everything that exists. Expansion and contraction, action and stillness, life and sleep. In a forest somewhere, a tree is exhaling the oxygen you breathe. In a glacier, ancient air waits quietly, frozen but unforgotten. In a coral reef, polyps bloom and fade in rhythm with the moon. And here, in this quiet room, you are doing exactly what the universe designed you to do. To stop, to breathe, to heal, to continue. You are not outside of nature. You are its resting pulse. Let that truth settle deeper into you, like warm sand filling the shape of your body. The story of life is not a race to evolve into something better. It is the art of balancing change with rest. The ocean must pause between tides. The heart must rest between beats. You too are allowed to pause. You are enough precisely as you are. A temporary arrangement of stardust that breathes, dreams, and glows. As you drift further, the boundaries between you and the world dissolve completely. You are the wind moving through branches, the current beneath the surface, the soft hum inside an atom. Evolution continues its long, patient work, and you are both its witness and its proof. Every part of you, every cell, every breath, is a small act of continuation, the universe remembering itself. Now breathe one last deep breath. Feel it move through the long, ancient corridors of your body. Feel it leave gently, taking with it the noise of the day. You are not ending. You are simply returning to the rhythm that has carried life forward for billions of years. The earth turns, the stars burn, the ocean breathes. And you, a single, shining moment in that endless harmony, can finally rest. Sleep, child of evolution. The universe is still here keeping watch. The night deepens, and the room feels lighter, as if the air has learned to float. Your breath is steady, your pulse quiet, a soft echo of the great rhythm that moves through every living thing. Somewhere beyond the walls, the planet keeps turning through its gentle orbit, carrying with it all the stories that ever were. The same earth that once shimmered with ammonite shells and forests of giants now holds you, warm and still. Nothing is lost. It only changes shape. Imagine standing in the middle of that story, not as a spectator, but as a participant. Around you stretches the timeline of life. Oceans rising and falling, mountains breaking and mending, creatures appearing and fading like constellations. The ground beneath your feet is older than any word for old. It holds the fossils of those who lived before speech, before music, before dreams. If you could listen closely enough, you might hear the faint murmur of their continuity. A whisper passed from fin to wing, from wing to hand, from hand to thought. Life has never been still. The same forces that shaped ammonites into spirals also shape the curl of your fingerprint. The same physics that taught jellyfish to pulse through the sea taught your lungs how to breathe. You are not standing apart from the past. You are standing within it, carrying its memory in every heartbeat. And yet, within that continuity, something remarkable happened. Awareness bloomed, not all at once, but slowly, like light seeping into a cave. Somewhere, perhaps in the mind of an early primate sitting beneath a tree, a thought flickered. Curiosity, a question with no survival value, and yet it changed everything. That thought would lead to language, to art, to the stories that humans still tell to themselves when night grows long. Awareness turned survival into reflection. The universe began to notice itself. You are part of that noticing. A brief, bright act of consciousness floating on the surface of an ancient sea. In this quiet hour, think of the world not as a hierarchy, but as a network, a vast, living lattice of exchange. In the forest, trees trade carbon and water through roots and fungi. In the sea, coral and algae share light and shelter. In your own body, mitochondria, once free-living bacteria, still hum in every cell, turning food into energy, whispering ancient instructions. Life's greatest strength has never been dominance. It has been collaboration. The harmony you feel while resting tonight is part of that same universal partnership. Even death is not an ending, but a transformation. When a leaf falls, it does not disappear. It becomes soil, food, and memory. The atoms that form your body will one day scatter again into air, into water, into other lives. This truth is not tragic. It is liberating. It means you cannot truly vanish. The ingredients of your existence will simply learn new songs. The hydrogen in your veins might someday burn in the core of a distant star, and the carbon in your bones might drift through space as dust, ready to begin again. If you close your eyes, you can feel the pulse of this continuity. It hums beneath thought, beneath silence. It says, everything belongs. The same energy that flickers in a lightning storm flows through the nerves in your fingers. The same balance that guides planets around stars keeps your heart in rhythm. There is no separation between the cosmic and the personal. You are a bridge made of stardust and intention. Now imagine the sky, the true sky, before pollution, before cities. It arches endlessly, velvet black and alive with stars. Some of those lights are not stars at all, but galaxies, vast spirals of matter and memory, each with billions of suns. Every glimmer is a history unfolding: birth, evolution, collapse, and rebirth. The scale is beyond comprehension, yet you are made of the same materials, following the same laws. In the calm dark, you can almost hear the slow breathing of the universe, in and out, like waves on an infinite shore. Even galaxies evolve. They merge, spin, and scatter. Their stars live brief, brilliant lives, then die and give birth to new ones. This cosmic recycling mirrors the pattern of life on Earth: creation and decay as partners, not enemies. The same rhythm that turns stars into nebulae, turns soil into forests, bones into fossils, endings into beginnings. When you breathe, you are participating in that rhythm. Each inhale is a birth, each exhale a letting go. Think of the light that reaches your eyes from those distant stars. It left its source millions of years ago, long before your ancestors had names. When you look up, you are seeing not the present, but the deep past, a fossil made of light. Yet that light touches you now, here, in this moment. It reminds you that time itself is not a straight line, but a vast, fluid ocean. Every second of your life ripples across that ocean, blending with everything that ever was. And somewhere on this small blue planet, in a corner of that immense ocean of time, life continues its subtle choreography. Bacteria exchange genes in the soil. Crickets sing, tides rise, seeds sleep in the dark, waiting for rain. You lie here, breathing, and in doing so, you join the dance. It doesn't matter where you are or what you've done. To be alive is to participate. You are the Earth's awareness of itself, resting for a while inside a body made of its own materials. Let that thought bring you comfort. You do not have to strive to belong, you already do. You do not have to try to be part of the story. You are the story. Your body is the Earth's experiment in tenderness, your mind its experiment in wonder. All the way back to the first cell. Every life before you has prepared the world for this moment, this breath, this heartbeat, this calm. Now, as sleep begins to gather at the edges of your mind, feel yourself expand, outward. You are both small and infinite, a molecule and a universe. The atoms that compose you are older than the sun, and yet they have never before been arranged in exactly this way. That uniqueness, that brief arrangement, is your gift to the cosmos. A flicker of self-awareness glowing softly before dissolving back into everything. The story of evolution has no final chapter, only transitions. One form fades, another begins. You are one of those transitions, a bridge between what was and what will be. And in this moment of stillness, with your eyes closed and your breath slow, you are exactly where you need to be, the pause between two eternities. So let go. Let the body grow heavy. Let the mind loosen its grip. The night will hold you, the same way it held the first single cell, the first spark of awareness, the first creature that looked up and saw the stars. The universe is vast, but it is gentle, and you are part of its gentleness. Sleep now, child of oceans and galaxies. Evolution will continue its patient work. You need only to rest and dream. The night stretches endlessly now, vast and calm. like an ancient sea suspended above your mind. You are floating on that sea, neither moving nor still, a weightless traveler carried by time itself. Every breath is a small wave, each heartbeat a tide. Far beyond your closed eyes, the earth turns with its slow precision, and the stars keep their quiet vigil. You do not have to go anywhere. The universe is already carrying you forward. You are part of its steady motion, soft, unbroken, eternal. If you could drift upward through the ceiling, through the thin layers of atmosphere, you would see the planet glowing faintly in the dark, a blue sphere wrapped in silver clouds. From here, there are no borders, no names, no divisions, only patterns. Rivers winding like veins, mountains rising like old bones, storms spiraling like fingerprints. Every curve, every motion mirrors something within you. The atmosphere breathes, the oceans pulse, the forests exhale what you inhale. The earth and you are not separate beings, but two expressions of the same song. And above, space stretches in every direction. Black, silent, but alive with motion. Galaxies drift like luminous islands, and nebulae bloom in colors the human eye was never meant to see. These clouds of dust and fire are nurseries where new stars are born, forged from the ashes of old ones. Even in death, a star becomes a womb. Evolution does not end at the boundaries of biology. It continues in the physics of light and gravity. The same laws that shaped your hands once sculpted the spiral arms of galaxies. Now imagine a star collapsing under its own weight. Its light folds inward, its heart compresses into a singularity, and a black hole forms, not an end, but a transformation of space and time. Around it, other stars orbit, their paths curved by invisible threads. In that gravity, you can hear the echo of evolution's ein, pattern again, repetition, adaptation, renewal. The universe too learns and rewrites itself. It changes form without losing its essence, the same way a seed becomes a tree, or a thought becomes a dream. You might think evolution is only about living things, but it is everywhere. In crystals growing, in rivers carving valleys, in languages shifting through centuries. Even your thoughts evolve. They begin as sparks, then gather meaning, then fade and return as something new. You are both participant and witness to that process. Every moment of your life is a bridge between what was and what will be. Every breath you take writes a small, invisible note in the ongoing poem of existence. Somewhere, far below, deep in the ocean's hidden trenches, new species are still forming. Unseen, unnamed, and perfect in their obscurity. Tube worms cluster around volcanic vents, feeding on heat and minerals. Transparent fish drift through perpetual night. Even here, where sunlight never reaches, life continues to invent, to adapt, to endure. It does not need to be seen to be magnificent. The ocean's darkness is filled with quiet creation, like the dark behind your eyelids, where dreams are born. Above the water, forests stretch toward starlight. In the silence between branches, tiny seeds are carried by the wind, each one holding the memory of a forest yet to come. Some will fall into soil, others will drift for miles. Most will not survive, but a few will root. And in that rooting, evolution continues. Growth, loss, renewal, all parts of the same rhythm. You too are a seed of that rhythm, growing quietly in the vast garden of time. As you breathe, imagine that the air entering your lungs carries the voices of the entire world, every whisper of wind that has ever moved across mountains, every sigh of waves that has ever broken on a shore. You are inhaling the atmosphere of history. The same molecules that once brushed the skin of a dinosaur. The same oxygen that filled the first forests. The same breath that passed through your ancestors' lungs. Life's continuity is not abstract. It is literal, physical, constant. You are made of recycled eternity. Now, let your awareness expand even further until it reaches the edge of what can be imagined. There, the universe curves back on itself like a great tide. Galaxies collide and merge, stars ignite and fade, time stretches and folds. Somewhere in that immense expanse, other worlds orbit other suns, some barren, some blooming. Perhaps on one of them, a creature is gazing at its own sky, wondering if it is alone, unaware that its thoughts are the mirror of yours. The same laws of chemistry, the same longing for meaning, the same fragile awareness, all unfolding under different constellations. The cosmos is a single, ongoing act of evolution, from atoms to galaxies, from oceans to minds. It is not a story with a beginning and an end, but a conversation between matter and possibility. You are one of its sentences, written briefly but beautifully, and even when your words fade, their echo remains. In this sense, you have always existed, not as a fixed self, but as part of the endless unfolding of energy becoming form. There is no need to fear change. You are made of it. The same energy that once burned in stars now rests in your cells, cool and steady. It will return to the stars one day, as it always has. The cycle is complete, but never closed. In the universe's vastness, permanence is an illusion, but continuity is real. The world does not lose what it transforms. Feel that truth in your body, in the warmth that radiates from your skin, in the pulse behind your ribs. This is not borrowed light. It is your share of the universe's fire, passed down through generations of stars. The same thermonuclear brilliance that shines from distant suns is softened now into the gentle warmth of your body at rest. The universe has cooled itself into you, and through you, it continues to feel, to think, to dream. Beyond the stars, space hums with invisible waves, echoes from the moment everything began. The cosmic background radiation, the afterglow of creation, still drifts across the universe, filling every corner with a faint, steady murmur. You are surrounded by it now. It seeps through walls, through atoms, through silence. You are literally bathed in the memory of the Big Bang, the first breath of existence still singing softly in the dark. When you sleep, you will return to that song. Your thoughts will dissolve into the same vibration that fills the cosmos. Your heartbeat will slow to match the rhythm of the stars. And while you rest, evolution will continue in coral reefs, in glaciers, in galaxies, in dreams. Because the story of life is not paused when you close your eyes. It simply flows more quietly. So breathe. Let the gravity of sleep draw you inward, like a planet turning toward its sun. The world will keep spinning. The oceans will keep moving. The light of stars will keep crossing unimaginable distances to find you here at this exact moment, safe and still. You have traveled through billions of years of change to arrive in this breath. You can let it all go now. You can rest. The story of life, of stars and seas, of evolution and memory, continues without interruption. You are part of that story, and the story is part of you. Nothing is separate. Nothing is lost. The same universe that forged your atoms now cradles your sleep. Drift, child of light and ocean, back into the quiet from which you came. The stars will keep their watch. The earth will keep its song. And in the endless rhythm of becoming, you will dream, peacefully, eternally home. The night has settled into its quiet rhythm now, slow, deep, and kind. You are floating within it, the way a leaf rests on still water. The air feels soft against your skin, carrying the faint warmth of your own breath. Each exhale drifts outward like a ripple across time, disappearing, then returning. In this stillness, the universe feels closer, not a distant expanse of stars, but something intimate and alive, breathing with you. Evolution continues here too, quietly, invisibly, even in the dark. Every heartbeat, every cell renewing itself, is another small act in the story of life becoming. Imagine the world long before thought existed, when instinct was enough. Volcanoes glowed in the night, and the air shimmered with heat. Lightning stitched across skies heavy with steam, striking the sea and splitting molecules apart. Out of that chaos, chemistry became language, and language became life. The first cells divided, hesitant yet determined, and from their rhythm came everything that followed. Those ancient divisions still echo in you, your pulse, your breath, your sleeping cycles. Even in rest, you are a continuation of that first motion, the quiet pulse of creation itself. Now picture a forest at dawn, a living cathedral of breath. Mist clings to the leaves, catching the early light in silver halos. Insects hum and birds stir from their nests, calling softly to one another. The air smells of soil, moss, and the deep patience of time. Every leaf, every blade of grass carries a story of survival. The stretching toward light, the compromise of shade, the balance between wind and root. Evolution is not about perfection. It is about resilience. The simple, stubborn act of continuing. You are made of that same persistence. Far above the forest, clouds drift, carrying water that once filled ancient seas. When rain falls, it nourishes new growth. The same molecules falling over and over again across eons. Perhaps the droplet on your window tonight once touched the skin of a dinosaur, or rolled down the shell of a prehistoric turtle, or glistened on the first green fern that ever existed. In this endless recycling of matter, nothing truly ends. Every drop, every breath, every heartbeat is borrowed, shared, and returned. Life is an endless circle drawn in water and wind. Evolution's creativity is endless, though its materials are few. From a small set of elements, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, it builds everything. Oceans and bones, feathers and fire, thought and memory. These atoms rearrange themselves like notes in a song, playing variations without repetition. Sometimes the melody becomes a flower, sometimes a bird, sometimes a person lying quietly in the dark, listening to this very story. The music never stops. It simply changes tempo. And tonight, the rhythm is slow enough to sleep by. In the far north, polar bears tread across ancient ice, their white fur blending into a frozen horizon. Beneath that ice, whales sing, low, haunting songs that travel for miles through the sea. Each note is both a map and a memory, guiding them through dark waters. In the jungle, frogs call back and forth like distant bells. In the desert, nocturnal, flowers open, releasing scents that only bloom under moonlight. The world is alive, even now, whispering in countless languages of adaptation. Sleep connects you to that quiet conversation. One heartbeat among millions, all part of the same living network. There is a strange peace in knowing that change never truly ends. Dinosaurs became birds, ancient fish became hands and feet, stardust became flesh and thought. Every end is a continuation in disguise. Even extinction is a form of transformation. an opening for something new to arise. The atoms in your body have died and been reborn countless times. Each cell in you was once part of something else, another being, another story, another cycle of existence. In that sense, you have never truly been separate from anything. You have always been part of everything. Look inward for a moment. Behind your closed eyes, the mind glows softly, like a lantern behind a thin curtain. Thoughts drift through, light as motes of dust in sunlight. There's no need to chase them. Let them pass like clouds over a quiet sea. Beneath the thoughts, there is a stillness, a deep, steady awareness that has watched everything come and go. The changes of the body, the tides of emotion, the shifting of time. That stillness is older than words, older than form. It is the same stillness that existed before life began, the calm between one heartbeat of the universe and the next. You are that stillness, wrapped in motion. Every cell in your body hums with the memory of movement. The spin of electrons, the orbit of planets, the swirl of galaxies. Rest does not mean stopping. It means joining the deeper rhythm of existence. Tonight, as you drift, you are aligning with that cosmic rhythm, becoming as effortless as gravity, as unhurried as starlight crossing the void. You are not leaving the world behind. You are sinking into its core. Now imagine a single atom, small beyond measure, invisible to the eye, yet containing within it the entire history of the universe. Inside it, particles dance, trading energy in patterns older than time. When you breathe, those atoms flow through you, carrying ancient heat from the first stars. They do not belong to you, but they pass through you briefly, like a melody passing through air. The universe breathes through you, and you through it, each inhalation a reminder of your place in the infinite cycle. As your body grows heavier with sleep, feel how perfect this balance is. Nothing in you needs fixing. Nothing in you is unfinished. You are exactly as the universe has shaped you to be, an ever-evolving collection of moments, cells, and starlight. Even your dreams are part of evolution's design, a rehearsal for possibilities, a safe place where imagination experiments with new forms. In sleep, the mind returns to the fluidity of early life, free from limits, free to drift and become. Outside, the stars still burn, the oceans still move, the forests still breathe. Inside, your cells whisper in biochemical language, maintaining the miracle of your being. You are made of the same ingredients as the cosmos, yet arranged so tenderly that you can feel wonder. You are the universe dreaming of itself, a consciousness born from dust, learning to love its own creation. Let that realization cradle you. There's nothing to do, nothing to solve, nothing to hold on to. Existence is enough. Rest is enough. You are enough. Tonight, you can let go of all effort and let the story carry you. Evolution will continue its work. The stars will keep burning. The world will keep turning. You have earned this stillness. So drift deeper. Feel the edges of your body blur into the air. Feel the warmth of life within you merge with the quiet warmth of the earth. You are not alone. You are surrounded by the soft murmur of creation still unfolding. Sleep now and let the universe keep breathing through you. Tomorrow, when the light returns, it will find you renewed. Another small miracle in a universe made entirely of them. The world outside your window is silent now. The wind has softened, the air has cooled, and the stars above stand like watchful sentinels, patient and unmoving. You lie in the center of it all, a small, bright flicker in an ancient and endless story. Every heartbeat, every breath is a whisper from the cosmos reminding you, You belong here. The atoms that make up your body have traveled for billions of years to arrive in this moment, through stars that lived and died, through oceans that rose and fell, through generations that dreamed before you could. You are the still point in a turning universe. Let the night cradle you the way gravity cradles the moon. All the noise of the day, the movement, the thoughts, they have already dissolved into the background hum of time. There is only this: breath, warmth, and the faint pulse of life humming inside you. The same hum exists and wails deep beneath the sea, in trees that stretch their roots through quiet soil, in the drifting clouds of dust that spiral around distant suns. The universe speaks in vibrations, and you are part of its language. If you could rise above the world now, past the rooftops and treetops, beyond the whisper of the wind, you would see the curve of the earth shimmering under starlight. City lights glimmer faintly along the edges of continents, small constellations within a larger one. The oceans glisten in silver hues, reflecting moonlight that began as sunlight 8 minutes ago. From this height, the world looks calm, peaceful, alive. No boundaries, no divisions. Just one blue sphere, wrapped in thin, luminous air. The only home life has ever known. Everything that has ever lived, from the smallest bacterium to the largest whale, from the first fern to the first human, has shared this same breath of atmosphere. The oxygen that fills your lungs tonight is not new. It has passed through forests, coral reefs, and countless generations of living things before you. The air is memory, alive, eternal, moving gently from form to form. When you breathe, you are taking part in a cycle that began billions of years ago and will continue long after the last star fades. The story of life is the story of connection. Every organism is a verse in the same poem, every species a chord in the same symphony. The great tree of evolution is still growing, its branches reaching outward in all directions, some bright with new leaves, others ending quietly in fossils and forgotten forms. You are a leaf on that tree, luminous and temporary, nourished by roots that reach back to the first spark of creation. The miracle is not that you exist. It is that the universe found a way to arrange itself into you, so it could look back at itself and wonder. In the quiet of the night, that wonder becomes a lullaby. You can almost hear it, a song older than language, carried on the rhythm of tides and the turning of planets. It sings of patience, of transformation, of love hidden in the structure of matter itself. It sings in the heartbeats of sleeping animals, in the flicker of fireflies, in the soft breath of someone dreaming beside you. The song never ends. It only changes instruments. Tonight, your heartbeat is one of them. Evolution never truly stops. It is happening now, even as you rest. Tiny changes ripple through the code of life. Silent adjustments, gentle experiments. The world reshapes itself grain by grain, like sand sculpted by the wind. Tomorrow will be slightly different from today, though you might never notice. Yet, the beauty of it lies in that quiet persistence. The knowledge that life keeps learning, keeps creating, keeps breathing. Sleep is part of that process. It is how your body evolves within itself. Healing, rebuilding, remembering how to continue. The cells inside you are busy at work. Some are repairing, some are dividing, some are simply resting beside one another in perfect harmony. Within them, mitochondria still hum with ancient power, descendants of once free organisms that chose cooperation over isolation. Their energy fuels your dreams now. Even while your mind drifts through landscapes made of imagination, your body remains a living museum of evolutionary triumphs. Every organ, every bone, every pulse a chapter in the biography of life. If you could see inside your own bloodstream, you would find a galaxy of motion. Red cells flowing like comets, white cells patrolling like stars in orbit, platelets clustering like small moons repairing a planet. You are an entire ecosystem contained within a single name. Every night, when you sleep, that ecosystem continues its slow, perfect dance. The choreography of survival, written in the language of evolution, performed without your command. You are made of trust. Your body trusting itself. Your cells trusting their work. The universe trusting its own design. Far beyond you, stars continue to burn and galaxies continue to drift apart in the great expansion of space. The same forces that hold your molecules together also hold galaxies in their spirals. Gravity and time, energy and entropy. They weave the same tapestry on every scale. The cosmos does not distinguish between the vast and the small. Both are sacred, both necessary. When you close your eyes, you become part of that universal symmetry, a human heartbeat syncing with the cosmic pulse. Rest in that thought. You are not separate from the stars you see, nor from the soil beneath you. You are the middle ground between them. Stardust that learned how to breathe, soil that learned how to dream. The story of evolution has led to this precise moment, to this fragile, fleeting miracle of awareness. The odds of it were infinite, and yet here you are. Every ancestor, every collision, every mutation, every chance meeting between molecules, all of it converged into this quiet breath you are taking right now. You are not the end of evolution's story, but a continuation of its song. The universe will keep composing after you sleep, adding verses in coral reefs and nebulae, in forests and galaxies. It will keep exploring itself through every form it creates. You do not need to understand how or why. It is enough to know that you are part of that exploration. A brief, radiant note in the music of existence. Let that music carry you now. Let it rise and fall with your breath. Feel the gravity of the world pulling you gently downward, as if the earth itself is holding you close. The stars above will keep shining. The oceans will keep whispering to the shore. The cells within you will keep dreaming their microscopic dreams. You are safe in this endless motion, a thread woven perfectly into the tapestry of being. Sleep now, traveler of time and light. Drift through the currents of creation, through the echoes of stars and the hush of oceans. You have journeyed across billions of years to arrive here, and the universe has been waiting to cradle you. Let go, and let everything return to stillness. The cosmos will keep turning, and when you wake, it will still be singing. You are part of that song, forever changing, forever whole, forever home. The night feels almost infinite now, a vast, velvety ocean stretching in every direction without beginning or end. You are floating at its center, supported by nothing and by everything at once. Your body is weightless, yet you can feel the gentle pull of gravity cradling you against the earth. That invisible embrace is not separate from you. It is the same law that keeps planets in orbit and galaxies spinning. You are being held by the same force that moves the stars. Let that thought settle into your chest like a small, glowing warmth. You are safe in the arms of the universe. Every living thing has sought this stillness before you. The first creatures that crawled from the ocean rested beneath unfamiliar skies. Their hearts beating fast, uncertain yet curious. Early mammals curled in burrows, finding comfort in one another's warmth. Birds folded their wings under the first dawns and dreamed of flight. Even the simplest organisms paused between movements, between one heartbeat of existence and the next. Rest is not an interruption of life. It is part of life's design. Evolution shaped you to need it, to return each night to the same quiet that birthed the world. Imagine drifting through layers of time again, but slower this time. A feather falling through epochs. Each layer glows faintly with memory. Here, forests rise and vanish. Here, continents drift apart and meet again. Here, mountains lift and crumble into sand. You pass through the age of ice, through deserts blooming into grasslands, through the laughter and footsteps of your ancestors. None of it is gone. It all exists within you, encoded not in words, but in atoms and instinct. The shape of your hand, the curve of your spine, the rhythm of your sleep, all are inheritances from a past older than imagination. Your body is a museum of miracles. The curve of your ear carries the memory of a jaw that once belonged to an ancient reptile. The bones in your wrist recall the movement of fins that once sliced through water. The structure of your lungs, delicate and branching, mirrors the branches of the trees that exchange your breath. Every part of you is a living fossil, proof that evolution is not something that happened long ago. It is happening still, in this moment, within you. Even your dreams are descendants of that long process. Mental landscapes shaped by countless generations that learned, survived, and imagined. Beyond your body, the world itself keeps breathing. Forests inhale carbon and exhale oxygen in long, slow cycles. Rivers carve their way toward the sea with patience measured in centuries. Volcanoes whisper beneath the crust, and glaciers pulse with ancient cold. These are not static things. They are alive in their own quiet ways, slow, deliberate, endless. The same earth that once trembled beneath dinosaurs now turns beneath you, smooth and steady, a cradle older than time. You are not separate from its rhythm. You are one of its heartbeats. And beyond the earth, the stars themselves continue their long transformations. Hydrogen fuses into helium. Light journeys through space for millions of years before touching your closed eyelids. Somewhere, new suns are forming inside nebulae, clouds of dust and gas glowing with promise. Somewhere else, old stars are collapsing into black holes, their final act of creation. Even destruction here is not an ending, but a rearrangement. Every death in the cosmos feeds new life. Every ending is a beginning in disguise. You were born from that same exchange, from the ashes of stars that burned long before our sun existed. If you listen carefully, not with your ears, but with your being, you might feel it. The quiet vibration of existence, the subtle hum that fills all of space. Scientists call it the cosmic background radiation, but you might call it something simpler, the echo of the first breath. It moves through galaxies, through your body, through every atom of air you breathe. You are hearing the residue of creation itself, the universe's heartbeat still resonating across time. That sound, that gentle pulse, is the oldest lullaby there is. As you float deeper into rest, imagine yourself dissolving into that hum, not vanishing, but expanding. Your edges blur into the air, your breath becomes wind, your heartbeat becomes tide. The smallness you sometimes feel melts into the vastness that has always been yours. You are not an observer of the cosmos. You are the cosmos, conscious for a moment. The universe is dreaming through you, exploring itself in your thoughts and in your sleep. You are a fragment of eternity reflecting on its own beauty. In the depths of the ocean, creatures glow softly, pulsing with inner light. In distant galaxies, stars flare and fade, scattering elements that will one day form new worlds. On this small blue planet, you rest, breathing quietly, part of that same unfolding. From galaxies to cells, everything moves in harmony, even if the harmony is too slow for you to hear. The spaces between your breaths are like the spaces between stars, vast, peaceful, filled with potential. You have come so far, from the dust of the universe, from the ocean's cradle, from the long journey through forests and fire, thought and language. The universe has taken nearly 14 billion years to create this moment. You lying here, safe and alive, capable of wonder. You are not a mistake of chance. You are the evidence that existence longs to know itself. The atoms in you have traveled through stars, oceans, and hearts to become this quiet consciousness listening to the hum of the world. So rest now, not as escape, but as continuation. Let sleep carry you the way rivers carry silt to the sea, gently, unhurried, with purpose. The story of life will keep writing itself in your cells as you dream. The same chemistry that shapes galaxies will shape your rest. You are not leaving the world when you sleep. You are returning to it more deeply. Outside, the stars shine as they always have. Inside, the small suns of your cells burn softly, sustaining the warmth that keeps you alive. Between those two infinities, the outer and the inner, you exist, perfectly balanced. The night does not end, it only changes color. The world does not sleep, it only turns its face toward rest. Let your breath slow until it matches the rhythm of the earth beneath you. Let your mind drift across the quiet surface of time. You are not a separate being lost in space. You are the universe resting, breathing, becoming. You are everything that has ever been, condensed into a single peaceful moment. Sleep now, traveler of stars and soil. The cosmos will keep its gentle vigil. The world will keep evolving. You have done enough. You have been enough. You are enough. Let the silence cradle you back into the timeless sea from which all life came, calm, infinite, whole. The world is utterly still now. Even the wind seems to have fallen asleep, and the air feels like velvet against your skin. Somewhere far away, the first hint of dawn hides just beyond the horizon. But here, in this sacred quiet, time has slowed to a single breath. You are floating in the pause between night and morning, the same pause that the universe takes between its heartbeats. Nothing is rushing. Nothing is waiting. Everything simply is. You are part of that stillness, part of the great continuity that began long before your name and will continue long after. Let your mind drift one more time through the story of life. The story you have carried across all these hours. It began in oceans of fire, when lightning struck water and created the first fragile spark of chemistry. It unfolded through countless shapes. Coral reefs breathing beneath strange skies, forests rising and falling, creatures crawling from the sea, learning to walk, learning to dream. From single cells to starlight, from silence to song, from instinct to thought. It has all led here, to this moment where the universe rests inside your chest as a slow and steady heartbeat. You are not a single story. You are all stories combined. You are the first cell that divided. You are the tree that reached for light. You are the feather that learned to hold the air. You are the hand that made fire. You are the eye that looked up and saw the stars. You are the memory of the cosmos, condensed into breath and warmth. Every time you inhale, the universe remembers itself through you. Every time you exhale, it continues its long experiment in wonder. Imagine, for a moment, that you could see all of time at once, not as a line, but as a great, glowing spiral. Each turn of that spiral is an age, oceans forming, continents shifting, life blooming, life resting. The spiral does not end. It simply widens. Somewhere along its edge, you glow faintly, a small, radiant thread woven into eternity. Your life, your dreams, your quiet heartbeat. All of it part of the same geometry that shaped galaxies. There is no separation between the human and the cosmic. You are made of the same laws, the same fire, the same patience. And what is sleep, if not the universe remembering how to rest through you? As you drift, your cells repair and rebuild themselves. Your mind wanders through landscapes made of starlight and memory, mixing the old with the new, weaving tomorrow's possibilities from yesterday's fragments. Sleep is not an absence. It is creation in its gentlest form. Just as life emerged from the stillness of ancient seas, new thoughts emerge from the calm of your dreams. Now picture the earth as it turns beneath you, a perfect sphere of light and shadow, wrapped in thin blue air. The oceans gleam with the first reflections of morning. Somewhere, whales are surfacing to breathe. Somewhere else, flowers are beginning to open. The sun has not yet reached your window, but its warmth is already on its way, crossing space to touch your skin. It travels millions of miles, not in a hurry, but with quiet certainty. The same way evolution travels through time. Every part of existence, from the smallest cell to the largest galaxy, is bound by that same rhythm. Expansion and rest, motion and stillness, light and shadow. The dance of creation never stops. Even now, as you lie motionless, it continues inside you. The heartbeat of atoms, the slow turning of DNA, the magnetic whisper of your neurons firing like distant stars. You are both still and infinite, both body and cosmos, both dream and reality. If you could see yourself the way the universe does, you would see not a person, but a constellation. Threads of light connecting every moment, every memory, every breath. A million quiet choices branching outward like roots and rivers. You would see that nothing in you is wasted, that even your scars are galaxies in miniature. Proof of survival, evidence of change. The universe does not make mistakes. It makes patterns. You are one of its most intricate ones. Somewhere far beyond your dreaming mind, galaxies continue their slow ballet, colliding and merging in silence. Stars are born and die in radiant explosions, scattering the raw ingredients of life into the void. From that dust, new worlds form, perhaps with oceans, perhaps with creatures dreaming under their own strange skies. The same story repeats endlessly, not as a cycle of endings, but as a promise of renewal. In that way, the universe is immortal, and so are you. You have traveled through everything tonight, through oceans and stars, through time and memory, through the history of life itself. You have seen how nothing is separate, how every living thing is a continuation of everything that came before. You are evolution's quiet triumph, a consciousness that has learned to pause, to rest, to feel wonder. That wonder is the universe recognizing its own reflection. When you marvel at the world marvels back. Soon, the first light of morning will arrive, painting the sky with the softest shades of gold. When it does, you will awaken not as the same person, but as something slightly new, a continuation of what you were, a gentle evolution into what you are becoming. The sunlight that touches you will be made of the same photons that once ignited the birth of Earth. You will breathe, stretch, and rise, carrying the entire history of the cosmos in the quiet rhythm of your heart. But for now, the night is still yours. Let it cradle you in silence. Feel your breath slow until it merges with the steady exhale of the earth. Feel your thoughts dissolve like waves retreating into a calm sea. The world is at peace, and so are you. You have walked the timeline of existence and found rest at its center. Sleep, traveler of time and matter. Sleep, child of stars and oceans. Let the final echoes of the universe's heartbeat lull you deeper. You are home, in the atoms, in the silence, in the infinite and eternal now. And as you drift, remember this: the story never truly ends. It only continues, softer, slower, in dreams. Good night, and good forever.